Good morning, 6th class students. In previous class, third lesson, animals and their food, I explained about herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, and I explained about the interdependence in between of two organisms for food, that is known as food chain. Once again, I repeat the same topic in this class also. Food chain. Do you know, children? No living organism in our earth cannot live isolation, cannot live single. Every living organism depends on other organism for different purposes. For example, they may for food, it may for mating, or it may for shelter. So, in this class, I will explain about the interdependence. Interdependence of organisms for food. We can represent this relation, we can show this relation with the help of a food chain. A food chain means it is a one-way direction. One organism depends on another organism for food is known as food chain. If you will observe in food chain, we can find out one-way relationship. I will explain food chain with the help of a simple example. See here, grass, next one is deer, tiger. If you will observe in this food chain, we can find out only three levels. A simple food chain which helps us to understand this one is the producer here, grass is the producer, and deer is the primary consumer, and tiger is the secondary consumer here, secondary consumer. If you will observe in food chain, we can find out mainly two organisms, that is producers and second one is consumers. So producers always may be green plants or grass. Consumers can be categorized into different groups, that is primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, and top carnivore. So if you will observe in a food chain, we can find out different levels. These levels are known as trophic levels. Each level in food chain is known as trophic level, and the arrow in between of each level shows the feeder position. Now I will explain energy flow in an ecosystem or in a food chain. For example, if you will observe this picture, here sunlight is the major source to prepare food by green plant. Do you know, children? Green plants produces here. Do you know? Green plants take CO2 from air, light from sun, and water from water bodies, and they have a green color pigment called chlorophyll. So these are the four essential factors which helps to prepare food by green plants. What are that four factors? One is light from sun, second one is CO2, and third one is chlorophyll, and fourth one is water from water bodies. With the help of these four, plants can prepare their own food material. This process is known as photosynthesis. Do you know, children, here the energy present in sun transferred to the green plants. Do you know? Light consists of small particles called photons. These photons consist of energy called quantum. This quantum energy helps to prepare food by green plants. Do you know? The energy present in sunlight transferred to the green plants. So here the energy present in, with the help of that energy, they can prepare their own food in the process of photosynthesis. So starch or carbohydrates. Starch or carbohydrates are formed in green plants in the process of photosynthesis. Now, if you will observe here, the green plants are called producers and are also called as universal food providers. Why? Because we or animals directly or indirectly depends on plants for food. No, green plants are also called as producers or universal food providers. Here, grasshopper depends on producer. This grasshopper is called primary consumer. Primary consumer. What meant by primary consumer? The first organism which depends on producer is known as primary consumer. This means the energy present in plants in the process of photosynthesis, they prepare food. No, they get energy from food. This energy transferred to the grasshopper. So that is called primary consumer. Now, frog depends on grasshopper for food. No, so here frog is called as secondary consumer. Frog also called as secondary consumer. Why? Because it is the second organism which depends on first organism, that is called primary consumer. So frog is the secondary consumer. This means the energy, already grasshopper depends on plant for food. No, so they get energy from plants. So some amount of food is utilized by themselves by grasshopper. Some amount of energy are stored. This energy transferred to the frog. So frog get energy from grasshopper. Here snake, this is the tertiary consumer. Snake is the tertiary consumer. Tertiary means third consumer which depends on second consumer. Frog get energy from grasshopper, and in this energy some utilized by themselves, some stored in their body part for future use. That energy transferred to the snakes when snakes feed on frogs. So there is a third organism in the food chain which depends on secondary consumer known as tertiary consumer. Last is eagle. This is called top carnivore. Eagle is top carnivore. Why? Because it is the last organism which depends on third consumer, that is called eagle. So snake get energy from frog. In this energy some utilized by themselves, some stored in their body part for future use. No, the energy transferred to the eagle. So the stored energy which present in the snake transferred to the eagle. So this is the energy flow in a food chain. Do you know, if you will observe in this food chain, the first most is sunlight. Sunlight is the ultimate source of energy. Sunlight is the ultimate source of energy. Why sunlight is ultimate source of energy means the energy present in sunlight transferred to the plants, the energy present in plants to the grasshopper energy present in transferred to the frog energy transferred to the snake to eagle. So the energy here transfer from sun to eagle. So if you will observe in this food chain, first plant get energy from sunlight. So sunlight is the ultimate source of energy. After that only plants can prepare food. If plants prepare food, so many organisms depends on plants either directly or indirectly. So this is about food chain. If you will observe in this food chain, each level is known as trophic level, and the arrow in between of trophic levels indicate that feeder position. Here first feeder is grasshopper, second feeder is frog, third feeder is snake, and the last feeder is eagle. And if you will observe, in this food chain we can find out producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, top carnivores. Do you know, children, if you will observe in the nature, we can find out three groups of organisms. One is producer, second one is consumer, third one is decomposers. Third one is decomposers. See here, I will explain about decomposers. Decomposers examples are fungi. Why fungi are called as decomposers? For example, if you will take here when grasshopper, when frog, snake, eagle dies, they must be decomposed by special group of organisms known as fungi. Decomposers. Do you know, children? The fungi live on dead and decaying organisms. Dead and decaying organisms. Dead means chanipoyina, decaying means chanipoyi kullipotuna vaati meeda avi nimisistayi. Do you know, fungi release some enzymes on dead bodies of plants and animals. This enzyme is helpful to digest the dead bodies, and decompose the dead bodies. Do you know? If you will observe your surroundings, we can find out some dead bodies of goat or some dead bodies of dog will be. After a few days, we can find out a bad smell from it. Correct or not? After some days, if you will observe, the body will be decomposed. After some days, we can find out bones there. After some days, we cannot find out bones also. What is the reason? What is the reason is fungi releases some enzymes or chemical substances which helpful to digest the dead bodies, and this helpful to digest, and this take food. So they take food from dead bodies of plants and animals. That's why decomposers or fungi are also called as saprophytes. What are saprophytes? The organisms which get food from dead bodies of plants and animals known as saprophytes. That's why they clean the surface of the earth. No, decomposers are also known as cleaning surface of the earth. Cleaning surface of the earth. Very, very important question. Why fungi are also known as cleaning surface of the earth means they live on dead and decaying organisms and they release some enzymes on them which helpful to decompose the organic matter, which helpful to decompose the dead bodies. Do you know, children? If you will observe this food chain, after primary, secondary, tertiary top carnivores dies, these fungi or mushrooms here, these fungi depends on these bodies and get nutrients from it, and some nutrients also supplied to soil. This is soil. Means the nutrients which present in the dead bodies of plants and animals will absorbed by fungi, and some amount of nutrients also supplied to soil. Soil to plants, plants to other organisms. That's why decomposers also known as recyclers. Recyclers. What mean by recyclers? Recyclers means recycle the nutrients from dead bodies to soil, soil to plants, plants to primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, top carnivore. When they are dies, again these nutrients reach to the soil. So this process takes place with the help of decomposers or fungi known as, that's why they are also called as recyclers, and they are also called as cleaning surface of the earth. First one is cleaning surface of the earth and second one is recyclers. Why they are called recyclers? Fungi release some enzymes on dead bodies of plants and animals, and which helpful to decompose the dead bodies, and this helpful to take food material, and some nutrients also will supply to soil, soil to plants, plants to consumers. So means they recycle the nutrients from dead bodies to soil, soil to plants and other consumers. That's why they are known as recyclers. Now I will explain about the activity which present in your textbook. All of you open page number 29. All of you open your page number 29 in the science textbook. Energy flow in a food chain. Seventh activity, energy flow in a food chain. Here they gave 4 questions to you. Answer that 4 questions. What is the source of energy in a food chain? If you will observe in this food chain, what is the ultimate source of energy means here sunlight. Without sunlight, plant cannot prepare food. Without plants, we cannot survive. So green plants are also called as universal food providers. Very, very important. Green plants are also called as universal food provider. Means we directly or indirectly depends on plants for food. Plants get energy from sunlight. What is the source of energy in your food chain? Write down there, sunlight. How does grasshopper get energy? Grasshopper get energy from plants. Plants get energy from sunlight. What happens to the frog or crow if the frog was removed from this food chain? Here I wrote snake here instead of crow. When frog is removed, what will happen? When frog is removed, snake will not get food. When snakes cannot get food, they cannot survive in the nature. When snakes are absent, eagles also cannot get food. So the food chain will be disturbed. Do you know, children? If anyone absent in the food chain means it impact on other organism. For example, if grasshopper is not there, frog will not get food. If frogs will not there, snakes will not get food. So the food chain will be disturbed. What is the role of mushroom in the given picture? Here I draw here fungi. Fungi live on dead bodies of grasshopper, frog, snake, eagle, and they decompose the dead bodies into the soil and supply valuable nutrients to the soil. That's why they are also known as recyclers or cleaning surface of the earth. Do you know, along with mushrooms or fungi, along with this, bacteria also sometimes decompose organic matter, dead bodies of plants and animals. So fungi and bacteria also known as decomposers. So this is about food chain and energy flow in a food chain and the role of decomposers in a food chain or in the nature. In the next class, I will explain about another important topic, that is food web. Thank you, children.